speak.
Mr. Belenski.
Two things. One, 3 weeks ago or so, I got information that the screen out at the visitor center got burned. So I went out there and took some pictures of it, and I guess there were some subsequent emails that the county's going to be paying for 2 Santa cans. When I went out and took pictures of that, there was still a Santa can there. There was a Santa can present, so I'm wondering, there was a Santa can over by the building itself, visitor center itself. So I'm wondering if actually there was 1 Santa can burned or 2. So I don't know if we're being tried to take advantage of or what, but wondering why 2 Santa cans were supposed to pay for it, and there's still 1 sitting there. Second, we turned in a complaint about the sign out there at the visitor center 6 months ago, and went out and looked at the complaints last week, and county's not doing anything about that as far as I can tell. So I'm wondering why nothing's being done about the sign at the visitor center. And also why the visitor center has Santa cans rather than a septic system. I stopped at the visitor center in the summer of 1993 to use the phone there, and the Santa cans were next to the phone. It was on a pedestal with the phone there. It's not there anymore. The Santa cans are right by the phone. So I'm wondering why the visitor center gets to operate without having a septic system. Why are they allowed to have Santa cans? I mean, when you put in for a building permit like they did in 2001, you need to have an operating septic system. So why is it that the visitor center doesn't need to have a septic system like everybody else? Also, 3 weeks ago, Commissioner Sullivan came in with a bunch of stuff under his arm and stuck it in the drawer behind the Diaz there, and I walked up to him, told him I was making a public records request for everything he put in the drawer, and he pulled it out and showed it to him. He said it was about the Shoreline Master Program. He asked me if I wanted to look at it right now. I said, sure, but is there anything in there that's exempt? And he looked through it, said no, gave it to me. I started looking through it, and there was a attorney-client privilege Shoreline Master Plan workbook, handbook thing, and I started looking through it, and the meeting started. After the meeting was over, I met Mr. Alvarez, Mr. Sullivan down towards the commissioner's office and said I wanted a copy of it. Mr. Alvarez said he would send me one, and I still haven't gotten it. So it's in electronic form. That's what I requested from Mr. Alvarez, and so I'm wondering why I haven't received what I've requested.
Thank you. Mr. Belenski. Someone else like to speak this morning?